Hey guys, well, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I am so excited because we have another fall inspired eyeshadow palette to review. We were reviewing the new Tarte Maneater. This is the After Dark palette. Now this is once again gifted to me by my wonderful friend, subscriber, page member, Jennifer. She was so kind. She sent me this palette to review for you guys. It's supposed to be a fall inspired palette, and I'm definitely really intrigued to see, is it fall inspired? Are there fall colors in here? And what my thoughts are on this palette, because it has been a hot minute since I reviewed a Tarte palette. So you guys want to know what this palette's all about, what type of look I create, and is it actually worth it? Well, then definitely keep watching. Oh my gosh, so Jennifer is so sweet. Not only did she send me the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette that I reviewed yesterday, but she also sent over the new Tarte Maneater After Dark palette. Now, these both just recently launched, and they're supposed to be fall-inspired eyeshadow palettes, and you guys know fall is my favorite time of year. So I was so excited when she sent this over. So Jennifer, thank you so much. It literally has been, I couldn't even tell you the last Tarte palette I reviewed. Like, I couldn't even tell you. So this is like such a throwback, because when I first started my YouTube channel, I reviewed a lot of Too Faced and Tarte eyeshadow palettes, and I just stopped over time, and it's kind of good. It's like a full circle moment. So the Tarte Maneater After Dark palette. Now this actually retails for $52, and it says the Tarte Maneater After Dark eyeshadow palette is their largest, fiercest Maneater palette yet, with 24 new everyday shades with a holiday flair. So it says 24 new shades. There are 11 mattes, 9 shimmers, and 4 sheens. I wonder what sheens mean. It says day to night looks with the warm neutrals, golds, coppers, and berries. Amazonian clay infused with intense payoff and blendability. Use a brush for a soft wash of color or fingers for a punch of pigment. This is vegan. It has a 12-hour wear test. It's dermatologically tested, and it's based on a clinical study of 33 subjects. So here we do have the Maneater palette. First off, I like the back because it's, oh wow. Wow, Allie. Oh my God.
I mean, that's nasty.
Oh, I got my dirty ass fingers on here, but we do the back. It's like a nice big size mirror. So we are going to have the very front. This is the Tarte Maneater palette. She's a man-eater.
Immediately no. Immediately no. Immediately no. I'm telling you right now, I seen what I needed to see.
Because I don't care.
And when you open it, this is how the eyeshadow palette looks. I'm not gonna lie, I do think it's a very beautiful warm tone neutral palette with definitely pops of colors. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a pop of holiday flair like the way that it's described. I definitely heard from several reviews that this is definitely a fall inspired palette. And looking at it, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's fall too much. I think it does have some fall colors to it, but whether it's really fall inspired, that's yet to be seen, just because I know what I'm looking for. I just recently did a video where I ranked my top 10 favorite fall eyeshadow palettes, and typically when I'm looking for fall, I'm looking for oranges of all different colors, yellows, deep reds, deep purples, maybe some dark emerald greens, maybe some blues like this to be like a fall color, but mostly those are the colors I'm looking for. And this just really screams just a warm neutral palette with pops of colors that may or may not be close to the fall colors. So this is the Maneater 24 pan palette. I'm not gonna lie, I do think the colors are absolutely beautiful. I love that the shimmers do have the same outside font as the actual eyeshadow palette itself. I will say they were really beautiful. It's been so long since I played with the Tarte palette, so I really couldn't tell you how the formula is, but I will go ahead and swatch these colors for you guys, and then we're just gonna go ahead and dive right into a look, because I have been dying to play with this palette. I talked about it in an anti-haul. Jennifer was so sweet to grab it for me, and I'm really excited because it's been so long. All right, so the very first row, we do have the shade Playful, Lust, Mischievous, Sensual, Passion, and Insatiable right there. That's the very first row. All right, next we do have Enamored, Heartbreaker. We have Desire, which is supposed to be this mustard yellow, but it barely swatched on the finger. Followed by Heated, Sundown, and Alluring. So I'm assuming the shades that have the imprints are probably going to be the shimmers, and the shades that don't have the imprints are going to be like the sheens. Like you guys can see, like right here, this swatched absolutely beautifully. It was so pigmented, but these ones weren't as pigmented as these shades right here. So that's just kind of what I'm guessing. I could be wrong, but that's just kind of what I'm guessing based upon first initial application. Then the third row, we have Charming, Fantasy, but for some reason I thought this was going to be a matte green. It's definitely a shimmer. Then we have this beautiful Wild Heart shade, followed by Hot in Here, Nightfall, and Animal Instinct. All right, last but not least, we do have the shade Feline Myself, Intense, Temperance, On the Prowl, Moody, and Nocturnal right there. Very gorgeous shade, this one. As you guys see the way that the light hits it, ooh, when I swatched it, I was like, so good. Now, one of the things I will say about this palette is that the shimmers definitely have a lot of pop to them. They're gliding on very beautifully. They feel kind of hard at first, but when you start to really like rub your finger in it, then it kind of loosens up and it gets really soft and creamy. But the way they're swatching on the hand, oh my God, they're so beautiful and they're so pigmented. The mattes, not so much. The mattes feel a little lackluster in terms of pigmentation, so we're definitely gonna have to try that out. But what I wanted to point out is I really do love the layout because they really make it easy to create an eye look. You just go down the row right here, and this is how you guys can create your beautiful eye look, just like that. Like they literally laid it out for you by just going like one row. Like you can create a beautiful eye look just using the one simple row. So I really do appreciate how they laid the palette out for you, because I feel like it's gonna make it really easy to create a very beautiful eye look. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in, and we're going to try to create some fall inspired eye look based on this palette. I definitely want to play with some of these shimmers because they're so beautiful. So let me get you guys zoomed on in. All right, so I'm going to try this color combo. Hopefully it works. I don't know if it's going to, but I really want to do fall colors because I love fall so much. So why not try to embrace some of the colors that are in here? So we're going to go into the shade Alluring right here. It's like this deep, like orangey brown, and we're gonna try to do another cut crease because I really want to perfect my cut crease because I'm determined to perfect my cut crease. I mean, you know what they say, practice makes perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just going to put this right here. I'm gonna use a softer brush today to try to diffuse the color as I lay it down, so hopefully it starts to just automatically get blended. Oh, I want to answer one of your guys' questions. I got a lot of questions recently asking me if I'm going to be ranking my top 10 Halloween palettes. Oh, you guys already know. Like, that's not even a question. Of course, I'm going to rank my top 10 Halloween palettes. I thought about doing like a Christmas one too, but like, I don't really have that many Christmas themed palettes. I mean, I could rate the palettes that came out like during that time of Christmas, but like, I wouldn't necessarily say they're Christmas theme. But I do have like some Christmassy palettes, just not a lot. So we could definitely see what I have. Speaking of like Halloween, I am trying so hard to determine what to dress my dogs up this year for Halloween. I really want to do like this really cute like ghost for them where I put them in sheets and I cut out the doggy eye holes and I get like a little pumpkin bucket for them to get like little treaties. Like I'm thinking about doing something like that. And then I also thought about doing like little beanie babies where I put like little TY tag on them. I'm trying to figure out what to do for Halloween for them. It's not like we're really doing anything. Like typically we go to my best friend's house for Halloween because like she has 2 kids, but her due date is actually November 5th and we're not entirely sure when she's going to give birth because this is her 3rd child. So we're not entirely sure what we're doing for Halloween, but I decided that this year, if anything, me and Corey can just stay home and do like a horror stream, like where we play some horror games, I dress up, and I stream on Halloween. But like I do like at a later time, like I go live like at 9 o'clock. So it's a little bit later, that way when you guys are done, that way when all the kiddos are done trick-or-treating, you guys can sit back, relax, maybe grab like a glass of wine or something to drink and like enjoy the stream with me. I'm gonna go into the shade Mischievous, like this lighter orangey shade right there to kind of blend that out. I just think it'd be kind of cool if I did something like that, and so like I would dress up on stream and I put my little doggies in their outfits and make them dress up as well, just because I want to do something for Halloween, and it's on a Monday too, you know, so that'd be kind of cool if like I played like a horror game and like we just streamed it and we just had some adult libations, had some candies, and just like enjoy Halloween. I think that'd be really cool. Adds like a nice like little copper feel. And then I'm going to take the shade Playful, like this lighter shade right here, to like blend out right above, just because, I don't know, I feel like it gets a little muddy, and I feel like this just helps to like blend it out so it doesn't look so harsh. It's so weird though, because like when I'm sitting here looking at the magnification mirror, like I'm looking at the magnifying mirror, it looks blended, but then like when I go to edit, I'm like, yeah, I noticed by doing cut creases, is how differently shaped my two eyes are. Because like this side is so much easier to cut the crease. This side is not for some reason. I don't understand why. It's like they're two different eye shapes. They're definitely not twins. They're for sure sisters. And they never like want to stay consistent with each other. I'm just like, come on. Okay, so we're going to go into the shade Fantasy. We're going to use that as our outer corner today. And then we're going to work our way inward. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to start to just place this shadow right here. Now this is a shimmer, I'm assuming. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to start to place that right there because I do think that this is like a fall-ish color. So we're going to start to just tap that on there. Now they actually did say use your finger for a higher pigment, so hopefully this works. Shimmers are not always the easiest to work with. Some shimmers are not that easy to work with, but we're going to use that today to try to blend it into the crease. But I don't know if I'm doing a good job with it. Kind of looks muddy. Oh, y'all, I don't know. Okay, then we're going to go into the shade Sundown right here. We're going to place that right next to that green. It's like this beautiful, like, deeper gold. So to place that right here. Okay, and then we're going to take the shade Wild at Heart. This beautiful, beautiful shade. And the way that it just feels so creamy and buttery. I love the way this feels. And it's just such a pretty shade. Like, look at that. Definitely has some flaking though, because I can see the flaking falling down onto my shirt. So I don't think it looks bad, but I definitely think that like the orangey on top is a little muddy. It's just so hard to tell because like it kind of complements each other, but like at the same time like it just doesn't. It looks just kind of muddy. I don't know why it looks kind of muddy, but it just does. So there is that. I feel like this could be really pretty if it was done in the right hands, but I don't really know if my hands are the right ones to deliver what I'm trying to get. But I will say that some lashes and some good black eyeliner can really improve the look. So I'm going to quickly do the other eye off camera. We're going to come back to do the under eye. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do for the under eye wise, but I will say I'm going to take this shade Animal Instinct right here. I am going to use that to line my upper waterline today. We are going to use the Kiss lashes in the style Ruffle. Those are so amazing. And then we're going to try to see if we can create a really beautiful look using this palette. So far, I would definitely say the shimmers really are wowing me. I did not have high expectations for the shimmers, and they are absolutely really beautiful. I love the way they feel. And I'm trying to do something fall-like because, I don't know, I want to. And I don't know if I'm achieving it. I'm very much second-guessing myself. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, so now that is laid down, I definitely got some glitter in the lashes. It definitely is kind of coming together in terms of like a fall look. So I do want to incorporate a little bit of purple because like purple can be fall-ish, just depending. It has to be like I think this is like kind of like a fall color, right? It just kind of has to work. So we're going to try it. We're going to go into the shade Moody right here to do our lower lash line. Hopefully I can pull this together. Hopefully this works together. I'm just kind of going for it. I want to play with different colors and try out different stuff. So we're just going to kind of lay this down right here. And hopefully this would be a really pretty color. Like, it's a really pretty purple, I'm not going to lie. It's like a mauve purple. Very pretty. Lay that down. And then we are just going to buff that out. I definitely think that could work. Okay, so for the inner corner, I do want to quickly throw on an inner corner and a brow bone highlight. Let me just throw on some mascara and eyeliner. Okay, now that the eyeliner and mascara on, we're gonna go into my Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is the loose highlighter. This is in the shade Extra, so it's gonna make a really nice like white shade. I just think it's gonna complement this look really nicely. We're gonna take this, put this right here above our brow bone. And the inner corner. Alrighty guys, so let me go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup off camera, like do my lips and stuff like that, and I'll be right back to let you guys know what my thoughts are on the Tarte Maneater After Dark palette. All right, guys, and this is the final look. So it's been a hot minute since I have played with anything from Tarte Cosmetics in terms of like an eyeshadow palette. I could not tell you the last time I played the eyeshadow palette, so I really didn't know what to expect. I honestly didn't have high expectations, but I will say I'm actually thoroughly impressed with how well this palette performed. I didn't really think too much about the mattes. I was like, oh, the mattes are not really swatching the best. They might not have as much pigmentation. I don't know how well they're going to blend. But the mattes I did play with were actually very pigmented. They blended really, really easy onto the lid. And they also blended very well into the mattes. But I think what really took my breath away was the shimmers. The shimmers in here are beautiful. Not only are they so creamy and buttery, they glide on the lid. They glide on the lid very effortlessly. They have such pigmentation to them, and they're so easy to work with, which I was actually really surprised about. I think the texture just kind of throws me off in terms of it feeling like creamy and buttery in the pan, because like the texture just kind of makes you feel like it's not. But like seriously, when you swatch it, you're like, wow, this is a super buttery formula, which really kind of took my breath away because I just generally did not expect that. I love how it looks on the lid. I do not think you need any sort of glitter glue. Like when I used my pumpkin spice latte one from Tarte, from Too Faced, I definitely used some glitter glue to get those shimmers to pop more. Of this, I did not need any glitter glue whatsoever. So I definitely think this is a very beautiful palette. Very gorgeous. Really was impressed with this. So now I kind of want to check out more stuff from Tarte because it has been like a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. The last time I tried anything from Tarte, I got their mystery box, and that was a shit show because everything came in completely damaged because of the setting spray being completely open. But Tarte immediately corrected the situation, sent me a brand new setting spray, and they were so sweet and kind. Very, very great, like, customer service on their end. So I was actually really impressed. So this palette, it does retail for $52. You do get 24 shades, which is a really fantastic price point considering all the shades that you do get. This is definitely a warm tone neutral palette with just pops of colors. It says it has a holiday vibe. It's hard to determine. I wouldn't say it's a fall vibe. I can probably say more of a holiday vibe. And it's the best part is that it's not claiming to be fall. I just seen a lot of people talk about it, a lot of people reviewing it, saying that it's like a fall inspired palette. I wouldn't necessarily say fall. I would just say more of the holiday. Just like how they said. I think those golds and those shimmer, I think those like gold tone champagne shimmers in here are really bringing more out like the Thanksgiving and Christmas vibes more than holiday, more than like fall vibes. But there are some fall tones to it. And there's definitely some like Christmas and November tones to it too. So I think this is definitely like the perfect palette if you're looking for something to wear during the holiday season that's not just fall based, but that can just be worn throughout the entire holiday season. I definitely think that this is going to be the palette for you. It's a beautiful, neutral, warm tone palette. It has those pops of colors, and I was thoroughly impressed with this palette. Like seriously, I definitely want to keep playing with this. I want to play like this row right here. I played this row right here. I want to play with some of the shades right here because those are some really beautiful shades. I just really want to keep playing this palette because I was actually really impressed. So Jennifer, thank you so much for sending this my way. This was absolutely a fantastic palette. You guys have got to go check it out. You guys can find it over on Ulta's website. And just in case anyone's asking what I'm wearing on my lips, I'm just wearing, so weird, just the Jaclyn Cosmetics Be Bold. Just wearing it by itself. I have a lip liner, toasty lip liner on with Be Bold. Typically, I mix the shade Gratitude on top. I almost did. But it's like, you know what? Let me go for like a deeper, bold lip today. And I'm so glad that I did. I definitely think the look that I created kind of fall-ish. But yeah, I definitely think this was definitely a fun palette to play with. So guys, that is it for today's video. Guys, I really do hope that you enjoyed this one. Sorry I didn't talk as much. I was just really concentrated on trying out this palette because I genuinely am like, I want to know. It's been so long and it's just like such a full circle moment for me. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for the Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful ventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to all these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, my boys, and I'll definitely see you guys in the very next one. Bye! Because we are coming at you with, I am so excited because we have another eyeshadow palette review today. Today we'll be reviewing the new Tarte Maneater. This is the